Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back. Hope you had a nice holiday. I cut back a little bit on my videos for Wednesday and Thursday. I did put up a video of my interview with the Romeo and Michael show. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. And here we are. Black Friday. And what's in the news is this. The dailymail.com. The old white people knocked them the F out. Waukesha, a suspect, shared social media posts promoting violence toward white people and claiming black people were the true Hebrews. Now, the part that gets me about this, besides the insanity of it and the evilness of it, which is enough, is how most of the mainstream media and social media is treating this. It leaked out from their police department that Waukesha, Wisconsin Police Department, if I'm pronouncing that right. The hell's going on in Wisconsin, by the way? Anyway, that he was being chased because of a knife incident, which was a lie. So that tells you that somebody in the police department there leaked it out on purpose to bring down the reality of it, to make the person look better than they really were. They called it a parade accident. An SUV struck. Like it's like the movie Cars, and cars get to go around by themselves. And it wasn't an angry black man. It wasn't a black supremacist, for lack of a better term. It wasn't any of those things. But trade places for a second and say it was a young white male in that SUV. My God, my God. When you treat a story that you're covering as a reporter differently because of the person's race, you are a racist, period, by definition. The suspect accused of plowing into a Christmas parade in Wisconsin and killing 5 on Sunday. I heard the 8-year-old boy did die. Good Lord, 8 years old. On Sunday, shared social media posts promoting violence towards white people. Can you imagine that was some neo-Nazi group, those asshats, and they put all this stuff and then plowed through a parade of black people? Good Lord. It would be hell to pay. Oh, God. They now deleted Facebook account. Oh, do you think? Well, the problem is with the internet, it's on there forever. Of Darrell Brooks Jr., 39, showed the alleged killer had encouraged knocking white people the F out and also appeared to support controversial black Hebrew Israelites. Those guys are real pieces of work. Brooks was charged on Tuesday with 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and is expected to face more charges. Police yet to determine the motive behind the deadly rampage. However, records reveal Brooks is a career criminal with a rap sheet dating back to 1999 and had been bailed twice this year. And there's your justice bail reform. Unbelievable. Facebook posts show the amateur rapper, who went by his stage name Math Boy Fly, let me read on, had shared a series of links and memes relating to race and white privilege in June 2020, when protests erupted over the death of George Floyd. Oh, God. There he is. Is there a death penalty in Wisconsin? I really don't know. He also shared an article from ESPN that same day about NBA player Kyle Kuzma breaking down his belief of white privilege, to which Brooks commented, interesting. Unbelievable. Among the brow-raising social media posts, I like that, brow-raising, that supported on Tuesday was a meme about Adolf Hitler and the identity of the real Jews. The graphic posted in November 2015 claimed Negroes are the true Hebrews and America had moved false white Jews into a state of Israel. The post seemed to promote the view of black Hebrew Israelites who believe African Americans are literal descendants of the Israelites in the Bible. Maybe they belong to Scientology too. Brooks had shared the meme with the caption, research, and commented, real game right here. When are people going to understand? When are people going to understand? The far, far leftists and progressives are the true racists. And I've said that word in this video a couple times now, and I'm sure it'll screw up the algorithm, and I really don't care. Hitler knew who the real Jews were. It's incredible. Real game me here. Yeah, I'm going to breeze through this. I mean, I'm not, you can draw your own conclusions. We'll just go through here. It shows him a little bit after the incident, just going to a stranger's house wanting to use the phone. Then eventually the police see him there. The police show up and arrest him. This guy here, it shows him in a couple of videos. He was a SEX offender, and he said it really wasn't because the young lady that he had relations with, he was pimping out, i.e. prostitute. So he was her pimp and pimping her out, but she was underage and lied. So he's not really an SEX offender, he says in a video. This is the same guy, by the way. He's got 2 or 3 felonies going at right now in Milwaukee. And his own attorney posted, I do not represent Mr. Brooks, or will I ever represent Mr. Brooks in the future? Police said Brooks was leaving a domestic dispute in his SUV when he plowed in the festive crowds. And one neighbor claims his ex-girlfriend was seen running away with no shoes and a black eye moments before the carnage. Don't believe a word of it. Waukesha, a resident named only Ebony, lives across the street from Brooks and told the Sun the suspect had regular fights with his partner and she tried to break up and threatened to call the cops. This guy's got felonies all over the place. Got out on $1,000 bail on assault, all kinds of drug charges, having SEX with underage people, and on and on and on and on. And all those poor people that were killed. And there he is right there. Of course, you won't see the video. As you can see now, that's when the van starts. You really don't need to see the rest, even if the video does exist, but I'm not going to show it even if I could find it. That's when he turns into the crowd. He busts through a barrier. 3 or 4 cops try to stop him. He was going slowly, they said, before he started plowing through the crowd. That officers were banging on the hood of his car to stop and just tapping on the window of his car. I mean, he must have been creeping along 1-2 miles an hour. And then he put the accelerator on, and this was the beginning of it here. And these are some of the people. Look at it, they're all gone. All gone. An 8-year-old. And there it shows the route that he took. You can see he starts up on the top left, and it goes with the pictures, people scrambling. There's where he originally started. It's amazing to me. You know the part that really, 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 I'm not even going to go through the rest of this. A lot of the stuff's going to come out. Milwaukee County Attorney John Grisham previously spoke of trying to reduce his county's prison population. He even let a progressive criminal justice nonprofit called Verna perform an audit on his office. Verna, which is based in New York, opposes cash bail with the implementation of that measure, partially blamed for a crime spike in New York. Partially? 90% is considered partially. Oh, okay. Milwaukee said murder spiked by 95%. I live in San Francisco, all over the place. And this is the part I don't understand. I'm not even going to go through. I mean, you look at this piece of garbage. A piece of garbage. And I don't want to hear he was insane. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that. That he was triggered by Kyle Rittenhouse, not guilty verdict. I don't have enough experience in a mental health field to understand. I just don't. But what really makes me mad, what really, really am PO'd about, is the fact that I showed, there was a picture on the CNN homepage I saw on Twitter. The guy says it's official. They took down this story, CNN, from their homepage. Took it down. The number one leading story in the country, and they took it down. Why? Because it goes against their narrative. It goes against the fact that this guy is just pure and simple, just evil. He's twisted and demented. He probably was like that long before social media and mainstream media got to him, but they just piled on and made it 10 times worse. To make it sound like it was just a simple accident. An SUV hit a crowd of people. An SUV hit the people. Like the movie Cars, where the cars get to drive themselves on their own and have personalities. This is what it's come to. My God, my God. I don't even know what to say, and I talk a lot. I'm speechless on this. Absolutely speechless. And what's going to happen the next few days and weeks? I mean, they were marching around in Wisconsin with pictures of the two men that were killed by Kyle Rittenhouse and had their pictures, their profiles blown up on a sign and put above it heroes. Really? With domestic abuse, with several boys between 9 and 11 years old did unspeakable things that I can't even mention here on YouTube, where this video will be taken down, and they're heroes? Are you kidding me? They tried to kill somebody, and he defended himself, and they don't like it. Because no matter, you burn buildings down, arson, assault, death, destruction, destroying people's lives, whatever it is, as long as it's for justice, it's okay. And it's not okay. It's not all right. I wish there were laws. I know there can't be, because you would never be able to prove it legally in a court of law. But how in the world are these people going to be held accountable? These people in the media and social media that are driving this narrative that is pulling this country apart. People from outside the United States looking at us and going, what the hell are you people doing in your country? What are you doing? And all about money, because their ratings and their revenues are tanking and they're panicking. And need the next boogeyman, and Carl Rittenhouse is one, and there'll be a few more weeks, there'll be another. But if a person's not white and does horrendous evil things, you get this. Crickets. Absolutely crickets. The reason why I'm not going into a lot of detail on this story, because a lot of it's going to be coming up, and I just wanted to put something out here. Leaving domestic scene, leaving an argument. SUV hit a crowd, and all these fake headlines. You know, remember the old Onion and now the Babylon Bee? This is what's going on. In fact, I wasn't going to make this video at all because there's not really much in it for content. I am so tired. I am so worn down by these pieces of that I can't stand it anymore. That I can't stand it anymore. That every single white person in this country is a criminal and a white supremacist. And every single non-white person all walk on water and all have a reason for doing horrendous things. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm sick to death of it. I'm sick to death of the narrative. When, oh when, are the majority of the people in this country going to wake the up and figure out what's going on? Stop watching these news channels. Stop clicking on their websites. Let them die a slow, painful death like these media companies deserve. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.